hope you guys are having a nice April so far. We are, 4 days in, and funny enough, today is actually David Blaine's birthday, so perfect timing. Yeah, this month is already full of disappointments because I didn't really care for this special, and I'm explaining why. And this is not going to be like a rant video or like a hate video. I literally have a poster of the man right behind me, and there's another one I'm looking at right over here. And this month has been full of disappointments because Resident Evil 3 was one of the most hyped games I've had, actually the hyped game for me this entire year. Other than The Last of Us 2. And I just reminded myself that game is actually delayed indefinitely because of this virus going on, and awesome. But you could listen to like 1.5 million other people complain about that on the internet. I'm going to talk about David Blaine now, my favorite magician. David Blaine's new special, The Magic Way, it was meh. That's all I could say. I had a few problems with it, and I wrote them all down. I don't want to be too negative in this, because what I think the special was that David wanted to make something for people that are quarantined at this time, or he rushed it out because a lot of viewers are home now, and that's all people are doing, are just watching TV and things like that. This one was just, it was weird. Usually with David Blaine, he would have like a theme for all of his specials, like what is magic, or like street magic and things like that. And he'll have like someone doing a voiceover talking about like magic and things like that.
What is magic? The power of magic is not in the trick we think we see.
This one is just called The Magic Way, and it's not mentioned at all throughout the entire thing. It's David writing down like different acts, which was fine. It didn't feel like it was an ABC special. It kind of felt like a high budgeted, not even really, because I've seen better quality videos on YouTube like Chris Ramsey or Peter McKinnon that would shot this much better. What this really felt like, and I'm pretty sure it was, because it was missing one of the big things that David Blaine has, are like voiceovers. There's usually a lot of like B-roll and things like that, but a lot of the B-roll or all the performances was literally cut stuff from other specials. And this is not really the first time Blaine has done this. He had a special like 10 years ago. I can't remember which one it was, but he had like a special, but it was all just cut stuff throughout the years. And it was like felt like a DVD bonus, which was okay, it was fine. But like this one was basically like the last couple specials of just cut content, and it was like passed off with a whole new thing. It was just weird, and a lot of things felt like filler. When they showed all of his stunts at the beginning, it was fine, but like they show like Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston. Oh, funny enough, they showed these guys, which were in the last special 4 years ago. And the one thing that really annoyed me, if I remember correctly, every single one of these tricks in the entire special, they were all card tricks except one where he does one of Aussie's tricks with a dollar bill. Everything else was a card trick, and half of them was him loading the bill under the watch. And if you literally look up the last like 3 or 4 years of like David Blaine performing magic like at all, it's him loading a card under the watch. I don't know if this is gonna annoy anyone, but it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. It was kind of like awkward. It felt very staged the way how they did it. I know that none of it's staged, but like it's David Blaine just hanging out with like some celebrity or like 2 celebrities in a room, and he's performing magic, and it feels very off. It feels very distant, and that's what I think David Blaine got really wrong, because the last 2 specials, it's just all celebrities. I love it when he just walks up to a group of people and just performs some magic. And that's what basically got him famous, was like the rawness of the street magic videos. But now it's just, oh, it's me hanging out with a friend and I'm gonna show him some magic. Or it's basically, oh hey, you know who John Krasinski is from The Office? You guys, you millennials, you like Emily Blunt? Yeah, David Blaine's gonna show her a magic trick. It's just weird. I think the problem that they run into is that David Blaine is just so famous at this point, but he does have regular spectators in the special, which is really, it's confusing, and their interactions are kind of awkward. It just felt it just felt like it was just a bunch of cut footage, because when he does Aussie's money trick, that spectator was just, it was pure cringe.
That would be nice if you didn't destroy my cash, obviously, man.
Do exactly as I do.
I'd love to do what you do.
Fold the bill nice and crisp.
Crisp.
Yeah.
Crisp is my middle name.
Yeah,
Adam
Crisp
Newman.
Yeah, good.
My man!
Oh, yes! Oh, dude!
And the funniest part, and he didn't even know who David Blaine was, and they kept that in the special, and that just felt really weird.
I don't know who that guy is.
That's
Not
David
from
Blaine.
this planet.
It's David Blaine.
Harry Houdini. Who is he?
David Blaine is extremely famous.
Who's David Blaine?
Let me try something.
Dude, is this you? Oh yeah, my man! What's
No, but hold on. Let me try something else. Let me try something. I want to try something. Let me try something. I want to try
Are you serious?
Let me try something.
This is torture.
Let me try something.
You're torturing me and everyone else watching. Wait.
Probably the most disappointing part is that it's been 4 years since his last special, and there's nothing new. There was a couple of parts that were very interesting. The last 5 minutes and a part with a crow. David does this thing where he's like training a crow, like he's taking playing cards. He'll just name a card and throw all the cards up in the air, and a bird will catch the one that he named, which is amazing. It was phenomenal. It's like 10 seconds in the video, and he has some football player that does that, tearing the cards in half. He does that with him. The bird comes out and grabs the card, and that's the entire part with the crow. In the past 4 years, this dude did a tour around America and also did a tour around Europe, and none of that's in here, like, at all. I thought he could literally do a whole special just on that, on both the tours all together. How he went from doing street magic transiting to stage magic. I would watch that. That sounds interesting. The part that I thought that was the best was actually the last 5 minutes, which was with his daughter at the end. And I wish that could be its own special on its own. It could be David Blaine learning to become a father after becoming famous and all these other things. It could be him teaching his daughter magic. They showed that for like a couple seconds. His daughter does perform a trick that I do a lot. I love it. It's one of the most amazing things in the world. She does that a couple times, but that's the only trick she does. And I don't know if that's the only trick she knows. It's an extremely difficult trick to perform, and she does it beautifully. But I wish they showed her do something else, because she does that trick like 2 or 3 times to a couple celebrities, and that was it. It was like they had ideas for something, but they never fully like utilized it. He doesn't really talk about fatherhood at all. He doesn't really talk about his daughter all that much. I know some people are kind of weird when they don't want to put their kid out there for the world, because I know she's still pretty young, but he still kind of did put her out there. I don't know. Like, I feel like I didn't learn anything about him from this special. And also, like, I've noticed that she has a very thick accent.
5 of heart, 9 of spade, 2 of spade, which was your card, Queen of heart, which was almost your card, and 3 of that.
So, and one of my friends said that she's actually French. He didn't talk about that at all. It was just like there could have been so many things. It felt like a clip show. That's all it was. Also, like one of my biggest problems that this is an ABC special. This felt like a YouTube. It felt like a YouTube video, because there are clips in this special that are cell phone footage. I don't even know how much money, because there's advertisers and everything, and there are things shot on cell phone. There are cell phones that could shoot like 4K, like iPhones could shoot beautiful footage, but it's like dark, grainy, ISO way up there. It's the one with John Krasinski when he's sewing his mouth closed. It looks like garbage. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm not. This is not to be like destructive or anything. I'm not trying to be mean, or I'm just trying to give constructive criticism, because I spent 40 minutes watching something that I didn't know that was really even gonna exist. Also, I'm like a massive David Blaine fan, and I didn't know this thing was gonna come out until like a day or two before he even announced it, like on its Instagram. And I felt like they didn't know they were gonna release it either. It just felt like it was this unplanned or unfinished thing that was just thrown out there, that was just missing a few things, but it was fine enough for advertisers to throw money at it. So that's really it, guys. It's David Blaine. He had opportunities to talk about certain things, like his daughter, didn't do that. Didn't talk about his stage show. It's tricks that you've seen like 4, 5, 6 times. There's stuff that he re-performs from his original like specials. He puts a little twist on it, which was fine, but it's the same exact trick over again. Just a thing. It was like DLC for a magic trick. In retrospect, it's probably literally less than like 10 or 15 minutes of things I actually liked, was with the daughter and with the crow and that loaded die performance from Aussie Wind. But other than that, it was just, it felt like I was scrolling through his Instagram. it was the same amount of entertainment. But yeah, guys, that's really it. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll be back for more. See ya.